Welcome back here to the Turkish FFG Grand Prix for Season 4. Replays. Matteo Heymans just going off there, just colliding a little bit with Ratavara, but that's not what we're here to see. It's that even in light of lucky symbols and everything on that DTK, there's no denying that that Toyota engine is crying something foul. So then Daniel Harvey in trouble. That engine has already gone kaput. Third engine failure in as many laps. Or less. So that for Daniel Harvey is his day done. Reed still continuing. Berner and Sharp have taken advantage of that though. Sharp especially actually got past his teammate as a result. So there, McNamara still leads the race at this point. Comfortably from Tapio Rinho, he's pulling away a little bit. Pablo Deal under pressure here from Manolis Sigalakis, the Greek driver. Doesn't have to worry about anyone behind him, it's Rui Martins, he's nearly 10 seconds behind. This is a battle though for podium place, as these two are pretty close to being on the same strategy. I wouldn't be surprised if they're pitting at the same time, or maybe just a single lap apart. Rinho is definitely looking at going long. McNamara is more or less the same as Sigalakis and Deal, so you have to, there are question marks as to how that's going to work. That could impact Sigalakis negatively, that's for sure. We go through the back of the field. We find Goddard is holding down 10th place at the moment. He's behind Brugman. Saeed trying to do his best here. Trying to catch up there to Kadera and Utsa. Martins has pulled away then from this pack with relative ease. It was only a few laps ago that he got past Utsa, so he's pulling away. Utsa, there might be something not quite right with that Razor or those Goodyear tyres. Kadera though looking menacing. He's in 7th place, he's looking for more. Having a look here, he's up the inside, but it'll be the outside here. Can't hold it around there. But he has definitely closed in on the Razor. Saeed just waiting behind. It's not a bad option. Into turn 8, Kadera gets close, just has to back off a little bit. Saeed is looking menacing then on Kadera in fact. Kadera looks down the inside of Utsa, looks down, and Saeed looks down the inside of Kadera. Doesn't really work out for any of them. Should come down the back straight, up and over the hill. And everyone more or less holds us. Sigalakis in fact has gone past Deal. What's happened here? Oh, it was actually a little bit before that. So it's just come down the back straight, down the inside there. Deal holding as much as he can, nearly had the inside for the second part of that corner. Well, I say second part of the corner, the next corner. But Sigalakis can hold, so he's moved up into 3rd place. He's 5.6 seconds behind Tapio Rinho. Just as we say that, Rinho making a mistake there. He's 2.5 seconds behind McNamara at this point. Is he trying to push? Is he trying to catch up? Because he's got strategy perhaps on his side. Just locks up a little bit there. Straight off. How much time is he going to lose as a result? He's going to lose quite a lot. So we can see how much closer. It's 6.1 seconds now to McNamara, and doesn't really matter how much strategy you've got. You're going to now have to hope that McNamara gets stuck in traffic or something like that, because he may have just thrown himself out of consideration for this race, and he's got to be careful because Sigalakis is now ahead of Deal. Sigalakis has a lot less fuel. Sigalakis could easily attack, try to get the position, which would be a pretty harsh result in the end for Rinyaho. Pole position, leading comfortably, gets overtaken by McNamara. One mistake, loses it out to Sigalakis as well, possibly. As here we do follow the Greek driver. We go back. Brugman here having a look at Omar Saeed. Black boxes starting to catch up a little bit on the back of this train. Here's Rinyaho, you can see Sigalakis in the background. See if Sigalakis definitely catching up there. Kadera now having a look at Utsa. He'll be around the outside here. He's a long way up. He's going to try to hold it around the outside. Looking for the inside of the next corner. Can't get it done. He's got to be careful. He's pit in this lap, but he doesn't want to lose too much time to anyone around him. He may have the advantage of the undercut going. As it's really getting frisky here towards the back half of the top 10. Utsa leading Kadera, leading Saeed.
Pit at the end of this lap.
Saeed's coming in this lap. This would be a good overtaking opportunity for him to go past Kadera, but Kadera is going to have a look at Utsa. They're looking at almost 3 wide down into the chicane. Utsa just holding at the moment. Kadera on the outside, can't get it done. Brugman now buying into this battle. It's 2 by 2 into the kink. Kadera can't get past Utsa. Saeed and Brugman go side by side through the entire corner. Kadera now down the inside. Brugman can't get past Saeed. Kadera does make the overtake, but he's going to immediately come into the pits, as will Saeed. Close there. The 2 black boxes right next to each other as well. Fantastic driving by all of them. McNamara has already been in. This could be close if he gets out at the back of this pack. And in fact, he hasn't. He's gotten out sort of in the middle of it, and he's pushed Brugman. This could be devastating for the Dutchman's race. He's now fallen right into the clutches of Goddard and Jednak. He's lost touch to Utsa, and Utsa's not going to be pitting anytime soon. He's got quite a few laps. McNamara needs to get this overtake done quickly. This could bring Rinyaho back into the race. Just by a little bit. Sigalakis then going to pit this lap, as will Deal. So you'll imagine with that, they'll be coming out somewhere between Jednak and Berner, most likely. Maybe even closer to Reed. And they are in the lane then. So Rinyaho, once again, in complete control of this race. Martin's going to move into second place. So here we go. Here comes McNamara. He's already passed Ben Utsa, so you can tick that one off. He's done that. Doesn't help Brugman too much. He's closed up on Utsa, but that's about all. Now then, Sigalakis coming out now. Comes out safely ahead of Matteo Heymans. So Reed's been into the pits. Berner's been into the pits. Now Saeed's been in, and he got out well ahead of Kadera. So I'm not sure what's happened there to the JHR, but it's not ended up well for them. That could be problematic for him. He might find himself losing positions even behind the black boxes with that. So Sharp is now chasing him down. Berner's next in line. Quite a bit of a distance between the two. Reed's there. Route of R, it's been a long, hard race. He's really gone nowhere. Here's Noack. So then Brugman is past Utsa. Dutchman driving well. Jednak into the pits. This will give us an indication of perhaps where is Saeed, where is Kadera in all of this. All of a sudden the splash and dash option doesn't seem like such a bad idea there from Rinneho. They'll have some really nice fresh tyres because they're having to go quite heavy and quite long. A lot of the cars that are pitting basically now. So there's Jednak, there's Saeed. Kadera's through quite comfortably. So it might have just have been a fantastic stop there by Apex. Sharp is ahead of Jednak, so keep an eye on this one. Sharp might be looking for points. Reed past Lasky, I think that might be through the pits. Still waiting on Kernan, on Heymans, on Goddard. Utsa to pit. Here we go. Battle of the BMW brands. Black Box and Razor down towards the hairpin we go. Goddard having to go around the outside. Utsa holding the position. Smart driving. Goddard unable to do anything. Brugman in now then. Where is he going to pop out? He's coming in with a decent amount of fuel still on board. He could have gone a bit lighter, but that's no problem. Kernan still yet to stop, as we said before. Here's Saeed. As possibly something wrong there for Kadera. He was 12th. He made a mistake somewhere because he's... Yep, he goes off there. Makes a mistake, loses a lot of time and slows down Jednak as well, which doesn't really help in the slightest. That's going to promote Sharp up a couple of extra positions, that's for sure. Brugman coming out now. Saeed's through. And Brugman is out then. Well ahead of Sharp, well ahead of Jednak, well ahead of Kadera, crucially. Even though, well, effectively Kadera's in that position now. He's behind Jednak, he's behind Sharp. Sharp could find himself almost in a point scoring position. I think he will be, in fact. Sigalakis having to look again past Utsa. He'll look to go around the outside, sweeps around and gets it done. So he's through. Utsa just has no pace in the car. Heymans having a look at trying to get past him now. Utsa could be the surprise here. He might not be in the 10 after this. He's just losing speed too easily. They need to get him in quick. Heymans through. He could still be on for points. Didn't think I was going to say that one, but there you go. Underneath the radar he goes. Saeed looking at a relatively strong position by the end of the day. Started 7th. Wouldn't be too far away from that here. We'll see if he's got better pace over Rui Martins, because that is who he is. That's who he is racing. Rinyaho then. Got a comfortable lead, but that's not what we care about. It's all about the pit stop. It's about how quickly they can get him out, and then how quickly he can drive the wheels off this car. We're approaching 13. We've got 13 laps to go now, and he'll be in at the end of this lap. It's a tried and tested two-stop strategy. You sort of have the last moment splash and dash. It's been shown in the past, and it is a viable tactic, and it does work quite well. So if you've got the speed, you can do it. Now then, Goddard is in this lap. There goes Sigalakis, Heymans. Utsa's going to go past. He's going to get taken by Deal. Saeed then. Here's the first position he's going to get. Another one for Brugman. Where will Goddard come out in regards to Sharp? That could be a close one. On board, and I think Sharp is going to get it done. That was a close one, but he gets it. We're still waiting on Keranen to pit. We're still waiting on Utsa. Utsa's going to come in the end of this lap. There's no pace left in that car, and it's going to be a really hard last couple of laps to see what he can do. Rinyaho's in. That's the important one. Heymans is coming in as well. Martins is in. So here comes McNamara. He'll come across the line then, and he does so just as Rinyaho gets dropped. Yellow flag as Rob Sharp. He was supposed to be in the 10. Transmission problem. That thing is seized and he is done for the day. So then McNamara, while we sympathise with Rob, McNamara is holding a comfortable lead over Rinyaho, who in turn has a pretty easy lead over Sigalakis. We'll see what sort of pace does Rinyaho have. How much time does he need to drag back to get into this race? It's about 7 seconds. 7 seconds ahead to McNamara, 5 seconds behind to Sigalakis. Deal seems more or less out of it. Martins has come back out in 5th. Kerenen's in 6th, but don't take notice of him. He's not supposed to be there. Saeed holding 7th. Ahead of Brugman. We then have the black boxes in 9th and 10th at the moment. And then Kadera, somehow, against all odds, is holding 11th, while we are expecting another car to pit. And there's Utsa, down in 17th. We have a yellow flag. It's Brugman! What's he done? Oh, is it turn 8? Quite possibly. Oh, a little bit of a wiggle. Oh, a little bit of a shimmy. A bit of smoke, and around he goes. Oh, and he's going to have to wait. Yep. Welcome back to 17th place. What a crushing moment. That does make this group a little bit more interesting. Kadera now holding 10th. Berner holding 11th, but we know Kerenen has got a pit. He's probably in the pits right now. Indeed he is. Going for a really short splash and dash. Now then, Rinyaho is catching up to McNamara a little bit by little bit. Sigalakis does not have the speed compared to him. There we go, confirmation. As I go past Karen, Cadera is into 9th. Berner is into 10th. Reed having to defend here from Matteo Heymans. It's not over yet for the Belgian. Lasky, 13th. He's got some speed in that Jaws. The problem is that he needs to hope that either Reed pulls away that he can attack Heymans. Heymans overtakes Reed so he can attack Reed. They take each other out, that he just gets the free positions. But it's not working for him right now, being stuck there. Reed does look like he's in a bit of strife with Heymans right behind him. If he can hold this position, DTK are looking really strong. As I say that, Heymans pulls out, having a look down the inside. Under brakes, he can't get it done. As we have 10 laps to go. At the front, Heymans and Lasky. Lasky going to be... This is exactly what he wanted. Heymans and Reed slowed each other up. Down the inside. Ooh, Heymans is going to be able to hold it. As the inside for the next corner. Got to be careful. Ratavar is there. Berner just pulled away a little bit there. He's got a bit of a gap now back to Reed. The black boxes looking strong. Holding down 7th and 8th. A far cry from the double transmission failures last round. It's worked well for them. Now then, Deal just catching up to Sigalakis a little bit there, so I wonder if Sigalakis has just tried a bit hard, push the tyres out a little bit. Rinyaho definitely catching up to McNamara. Is it going to be enough? He does need about a half a second per lap. We'll check it out as McNamara will go across the line here doing a 1:31.0. And it's a 1:30.8 for Rinyaho. That's really not quite enough. He needs more. Needs to find about 0.3 per lap more, but he is catching up. If he was losing time, then I'd be a little bit more worried. But as it is, he's not. He's gaining time. And he's pulling away from Sigalakis as well. So he hasn't got to worry about anything behind him. He just needs to focus on what's in front of him. Martin's there holding 5th. Be important to Raven West. Saeed in no man's land now. As Brugman actually has had to pit. Problem there for him, it looks like it was a throttle, judging by that. So he'll have to come in again. Might get himself an extra $50 for a fastest lap. But what a disappointing day then for Brugman. Again, holding points. Car has speed. Everything's going just right for them. They just can't get the result. As problem there for Heymans. Off the track there we can see. So let's see. Here he is, chasing down Reed. He's pulled away from Lasky with relative ease there. Through turn 8. A little bit of a wiggle. Off he goes. Trying to find the grippy stuff. Bit of a slide. Eventually gets it back onto the circuit. Utsa slows right down for him. What a gentleman. And then a pretty much back to live as Keranen and Noak go past the Belgian. Reed holding a incredibly important position here. Could be a big payday for DTK if he can hold it, but on the flip side, as it stands, should Lasky overtake him, it's going to be the opposite. DTK will lose that, and there'll be draws that get the big payday. So we'll see what they're going to do. We'll definitely keep an eye on that. Burner holding 10th place still. Kadera still comfortably in 9th. Jednak 8th. Goddard 7th. Saeed in 6th. Martins 5th. Deal in 4th. Still, no, maybe not really catching up to Sigalakis. It's coming down little bit by little bit. Sigalakis still losing time to Rinyaho, and Rinyaho not making up the time necessary on McNamara. That is a fact. Board then with Sigalakis. Actually back towards the back, Noak and Keranen. At the hairpin, Keranen looks to have gotten it done. Indeed he has. Get a little bit extra for finishing in 15th than you do for 16th. Noak then has to be careful of his teammate. Locks up into the first corner. He's going absolutely nowhere, and there goes Amans. Moves through. See if the Belgian can catch up to Keranen. And he might be the recipient of that extra little bit of money. McNamara then. There's no doubting he's losing time to Rinyo. It's just not anywhere near enough to worry. Here is the Finn. Credit where credit's due. He's not giving up. Oh, Brugman. Nope. That time he held it. He's trying very hard to get something to happen here. And unfortunately for him, that's not the way to do it. As we can see, Rinyaho's not really... he's sort of keeping up with his fastest times. He's not setting fastest times, which is the problem. He needs to be hitting green sectors, purple sectors if he can. So then we have 5 laps remaining here in Turkey. 5 laps to what will end a couple of droughts. 2KF1 going winless last season for the first time in their history, or at least their FFG history. And having the last one at the Season 2 South African Grand Prix, which I do believe was round 3. So 2 seasons almost, or 2 seasons exactly since 2KF1 last one. But McNamara well be his first victory since, well, his only victory since Season 1 in Hungary. For Falcon though, it's going to be a weird day for them. They've gotten pole position. They've got 2 cars in the top 5. But they're going to lose out a little bit to 2KF1 here, and they're going to lose points as well. They're not going to lose too many, so they're still going to have to believe in themselves, be confident. But it's going to be difficult for them. Under 5 seconds now, Here we go, we can see the movers in the top 10. Talking points here definitely have to be Goddard, Jednak, and Burner, up 7, 7, and 8 spots. Rinho, the only one in the top 10 still to have lost the position, and that's just a single one. Started pole down second, McNamara up 2, Sigalakis 3. Deal and Martins haven't moved. Saeed and Kadera moving up 1 spot each. Shows the closeness of the field. And then battle up the front. Just going a little bit stale. Heymans catching Keranen a little bit by a little bit. Wanting that 15th spot. Boots are ahead. There's Ratvara. Lasky then. Definitely catching up to Reed. He was a lot further behind. It's now just 0.6 of a second that he's behind. He's got 3.5 laps to make the overtake on Reed. Reed doesn't seem to be able to have the speed to catch up as we have a yellow flag. Oh, it's McNamara. All that talk. I'm not exactly sure. I'm guessing that must be a transmission, definitely judging by how quickly he's pulled over. So McNamara leading comfortably. And that's a retirement, so that puts Falcon back into the lead. Rinyaho leading the race. We saw something similar a few seasons ago. Sigalakis retiring with just over a lap to go towards a certain victory. McNamara doing the same thing here. I believe it was a transmission then as well. So crushing moment there for 2KF1, and Falcon no doubt going to be overjoyed. Rinyaho now leading the race, leading comfortably. No way Sigalakis is going to catch it. Have to be a mistake or a problem for Rinyaho. That's moving everybody up an extra position as well, Reed and Lasky. So this battle between them now isn't actually, well, it's not worth money anymore, it's worth points and bragging rights. Single point up for offer. Ratovara's not too far behind. He'll be ready to pick up the pieces should anything break. Keranen and Heymans, same for them. That's no longer a battle. That's necessary. It's not life or death. So then Lasky catching up with sheer pace to the back of Reed's DTK. And as simple as that, makes the overtake, moves into 10th position. For Reed, it shouldn't be too much of a problem, but they have missed out on points. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want Ratvara to have an opportunity to overtake him. 2 laps to go for them then. Karinen's still trying to hold off Heymans. Noack, Brugman. Rinho coming around to have one lap to go. This will be a second time for him that he's taken 2 race wins in a row. And definitely with the situation surrounding it, you'd have to say that this could lead to much bigger and brighter things for him. Rinho starts the final lap then. 10 seconds basically back to Sigalakis. We're going to go further back. Rautavar is all over the back then of Reed. How close is the Finn going to get down the straight? Through the little kink. Oh, he's got some speed. Looks to the outside. Reed going defensive. He ducks down the inside. Not going to try under brakes. Some good points on offer here for Berner and Entech. Cadera for JHR as well. I think that will be every team having scored points then. As Sigalakis goes off the course at turn 8, Deal is coming up to it at speed. Oh, he's gone past. Sigalakis hasn't been able to hold position. Now even Martins is going to have an overtake. Yes, he's passed. So Sigalakis there, what is he doing? He just needs to hold on to it. It's the final lap of the race. Loses a little bit, goes off. He's trying to find the grip and he's gets back onto the track and he's lost gears or something like that. He can't find them again. There goes Deal. Then Martins a moment later. This is a 1-2 then for Falcon at the moment. Utter capitulation there from 2KF1. They've dropped the entire ball. Rinho is going to come across to win the Turkish Grand Prix then.
Fantastic drive. Great job.
Deal will come across in second. Rui Martins is going to steal third. Sigalakis has dropped 2 positions on the last lap for no reason. He's down to 4th then. Saeed will take the biggest round of applause from the crowd as he comes across in 5th place. Goddard in 6th. Jednak should be 7th. Cadera, Berner, Lasky, Reed and Rautavara then. Not going to change it seems. Reed will hold 11th place then for DTK. Utsa will come across in 13th. Karinen has been able to hold off Heymans in 15th. Noack in 16th. Brugman, quite a gap. Will be 17th. But with that, the 1-2 punch from Falcon. Didn't look like they were going to get that. Just 4 laps to go. No problem. Nothing's going to come of it. Only one car on the podium. All of a sudden, you get to the checkered flag, and it's a 1-2 for the Hungarian team. That'll be their first. Not many teams have been able to do that. So, a big result for them, and quite possibly enough to break open the season for 2KF1. That's going to be a big problem. We'll have confirmation of the race results for 2KF1 for Raven West for Apex. Only 1 car finishing. You can see that there they are, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Tapio Rinho from Pablo Deal by 16.5 seconds. Rui Martins, Manolis Sigalakis, Omar Saeed. Falcon Juggernaut rolls on. Big result there for Goddard and Jednak for Black Box, 6th and 7th. Cadera with 8th for JHR. They're coming along, and they're coming along with some really good speed as well. Berner in 9th for Entech. He grabs his first points of the season. Lasky takes another point. his turtle. And Aaron Reed there for DTK. Yola Rautavaara for Apex. Ben Utsa just didn't seem to have any pace in the car after about half distance. Aiden Karanen, Matteo Heymans in 15th. Josh Nowak 16th. Donald Brugman in 17th. McNamara did everything right this race to get into the lead, to control the race, but ends up falling short by 3 laps. I believe it was transmission. I've already forgotten. Rob Sharp had a transmission problem, and then 3 engine failures for Harvey, Corns and Mishra, pretty much within about 3 laps. Fastest lap of the race did go to James McNamara by only 1/100th from his teammate, from a bit under 2/100ths from Rinyaho, and a bit under a 10th from Brugman. We'll have a quick look at the lap chart. Rinyaho, definitely you can see through there, was a bit lucky perhaps. McNamara having the failure. Sigalakis, that drop right at the end. Deal. We'll have a look at the black box duo. Pretty much always one behind the other, just always moving up as well. And it was a great job by them. For Ben Utsu, you can sort of see he went up, he was doing well. Pit stop, came back, moved up a few positions, and then just started tumbling. There we are then, Turkish Grand Prix. I will admit I've probably taken that ending a little bit better than United States Grand Prix in Season 2, most definitely. Big result then in the end for Falcon. That's 43 points. That is so much money. You'd have to say that all of the momentum is now well and truly with them. Rinyaho Supreme looking good for possibly a title aspiration this season. Deal would have to be thinking the same. They're looking strong, and nothing is better than when you're looking strong that you also have a bit of luck on your side as well. And it seems that maybe is for them this season. Let's see. Next race is Mexico, which is a race that Falcon probably don't want to go to, especially if it's raining. Their first Grand Prix win nearly came there, but in the end it actually didn't. So far it's well, let's see. I've had a couple of people ask about commentary. Not too sure what we can do at the moment. I'll try to let you know if we can. There's a bit too much going on here at the moment to be able to do that. But yeah, with that, quite the finish to the Grand Prix. Do hope that everybody enjoyed it, and we do hope that we'll be able to see you next time. Thank you and good night, everyone.